for a special update from horse trails and camping across America. Here's Shannon Schraufnagel. Welcome to the show, Shannon. How you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, I'm so glad you come every month to give us an update with what's happening with HTCAA. And last time we went over the 9/11 National Ride, and then you talked about your Halloween costume contest. So how did that go?
Yeah, got pictures that came in, and all sorts of people having fun costumes from across the country and posting their pictures, and you never know what kind of costumes you're going to come across. So it was pretty cool. So it's fun just to do kind of that fun stuff on Facebook, and just to get people to participate. No matter where you're at and what you're doing, you can still dress up in a costume and show up. And we had members that did, so it was pretty fun.
That's awesome. So was there a favorite of yours that you saw?
Oh gosh, there was a couple. So, it'd be hard to pick. It really would. So lots of creativity. So, like I said, you never know what somebody's going to come up with.
That's right. Well, we're going into the holidays now, and sometimes there's special events going on. Do you have any special events for the holidays over November and December with HTCAA?
I think last year was kind of fun. We had, it wasn't really an event, but it was just, in the middle of winter, it gets kind of dead for trail riding for most of the country. And it was really neat. A lot of people sent in just kind of like their Christmas cards from the trails. So horses with wreaths around their head, and, a horse with the reindeer nose. And so it was really fun. Yep, the Santa hats. So it was fun through the month of December to see people, our members, posting their horse Christmas cards with our other members. So we'll probably encourage that again through December.
That's great. And then what do y'all have lined up for 2016?
It's going to be exciting, so I can only give some teasers right now, but we have broken out into 3 rides across the country. The last 2 years we've had just our official trail ride that we've held in one location. But the first year, when we held our first ride, we had 8,000 members. Last year, it's still this year, in June, we had about, I think we were at 30,000 or 25,000. And now we're at 44,000 right now. So who knows how many members we're going to have next year. So we really need to break it out into more than just one ride. So as what we're planning on is we are going to have a Western ride for HTCAA, and we're looking to have that in Utah, and it's probably going to be in the month of April. So we're working out those details. So everybody stay tuned. We're going to have that hopefully lined up in the next month. And then June, we're going to go back to where we had our official ride this year at Broken Arrow Campground. We had just really, really good reviews come back on that ride. And it turned into more of a family reunion of sorts for members. So it was more of the social side than it really was getting out on the trails, because everybody enjoyed just getting to see each other. And because that's sitting in Custer in the Black Hills, a lot of people brought their families with and their husbands that maybe are not horse people.
Right.
And so they could do a family vacation on top of meeting with all the HTC members. So it was a huge, huge success. So we're going to host a gathering there every year. Yeah.
That's
so,
great.
And it's a nice central location for most people in the state, or most people in the country. So that'll be June of next year at Broken Arrow. Details are going to come out on that pretty quick. So definitely stay tuned for that information. And then in October, we'll hold an Eastern ride, and we're looking for the state of Ohio for that. So hopefully in October, we'll have some really good fall colors. We've located a really good campground that we can host it at. And so 3 exciting rides for next year, as well as our 9/11 ride in September. That's our complete national ride. Anybody can, participate in that no matter where you're at. So technically, we have 4 rides for next year.
Awesome. Well, I'd like to put in my order for 2017 for something down south.
All right. Sounds good. You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
So, what's going on with your general store and your website right now? Any updates on those?
Yeah. Yep. So general store is just still floating along on Facebook, our general store page that we have. And, just still encouraging people that they can, if they have an equestrian related business, they can certainly post their business in the general store for free. And just a way to to give our business members that are part of HTCAA a place where they can go ahead and post their business, since we don't allow it within the group on Facebook.
Right.
So it's just a nice place for them to go. And website is coming along. We're getting closer and closer to that deadline to pull the trigger. So as usual, it's a big endeavor. So there's always something that comes up that we really want to make sure we've got right before we sign that dotted line.
Exactly.
But hopefully it'll be up and running in just a few months, and it'll be live.
Awesome. Well, we've run out of time. I can't believe it. The 5 minutes go so fast every month.
Yep.
But thank you so much for sharing with us. And where can people go to find more information about HTCAA?
If they jump on Facebook, click under Horse Trails and Camping Across America, and they will find 44,000 plus of our members all on one group.
That's awesome. Okay. And then they can also go and sign up for your newsletter on the website as well, right?
Yep, you can. Yep, www.htcaa.org.
Great. All right. Well, we'll look forward to your next update next month. Thanks so much, Shannon.
Thanks,
right.
Becca.
Bye-bye.